Hey everyone, good morning. It's me. I know it's been fucking forever since I've done a video. I was feeling kind of down about Glee towards the end of the season, but it did pick up in interest, and to be quite honest, I've only seen the season finale when it aired. I've been meaning to watch it again, only for the sheer fact of the Brittana that was in it. Overall, I thought the episode was but I remember thinking, as I read the comments the next day about the episode, how great I thought it was that they ended it the way that they did. I can go further. I'll probably do a recap of that episode before we start the season premiere, just to get us all caught up on, things before we start season 5, is that right? Wow, season 5. So I thought I'd do this video just to say hi to everyone so that you guys don't know that I haven't fallen off the face of the earth completely. I hope all of you are having a great summer, enjoying it out there, and give you some things that I've heard through the grapevine about Glee coming up this season. So the first thing I've heard, which is pretty major, is that they're going to be starting the episodes in August instead of September. This makes me happy because, if you recall, they usually only get 2 or 3 episodes in before they have to take a break for all of the World Series for baseball. So this way we get a couple more episodes in before we get the hiatus. So that'll be good, I think. I know that Glee is one of those TV shows that is one of the, hardest working cast on TV. If you think about it, they have to act their roles, they have to do read-throughs, they have to record their music, they have to learn these dance numbers, so there's a lot that goes into each episode. And since we get 22 episodes in a whole season, pretty much that's how it goes. So that's pretty big news. The other news is that people were concerned because certain people weren't at the upfronts. That happened pretty much a couple weeks after the season finale aired. So an upfront is basically, from what I gather, I'm guessing here, is when the networks introduce the shows that are coming up in the fall, for the advertisers and stuff. So it's called an upfront. So in the past, when cast members went, that goes to show that they were predominantly featured in the next season. So people were concerned because Nia was not at the upfront and Heather was not at the upfront, but Leah and, I think Kevin, a bunch of them were there. So the thing is that Nia was on vacation with Big Sean in Hawaii when the upfronts happened, and then Heather's been laying low with the whole pregnancy thing. So I don't think it's cause for concern that, oh my gosh, Nia didn't make it to the upfront, she's not going to be there. It's pretty certain that Zatanna's going to play a big role coming up in this season, especially because supposedly they're going to be focusing more on the New York kids, which I'm really glad about. I really hope that really is true, because I felt like that was the part of Glee that I enjoyed the most. The new kids did grow on me, but I just was like, you know what, I'm ready for them to leave Lima and to focus on the kids in New York, and hopefully, by some miracle, Quinn at Yale, and Brittany at MIT. So, moving on to Brittany, if you watched, obviously you did, the season finale, it would seem like it was a goodbye for Brittany, because she was getting sent off to MIT during the middle of her senior year, which is completely ridiculous, but I loved how they all did it with, the beginning, and she wrote on crayon and all these numbers, and it meant something else, and, I just thought the whole thing the way that they handled it was great. If you looked, obviously not that closely, you could see Heather's baby bump, which was adorable. I remember thinking as she was dancing, oh my god, be careful, but this is Heather Morris we're talking about, and she could dance like a beast even when she was probably 3 months pregnant at that point, because I think she's due in September. So that sounds about right. So, let's see. So people were discussing, I'm going to bring this up anyway, people were discussing the way that Brittany and Santana said goodbye to each other, and the fact that there were no words, and how they wish there was dialogue, and all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of glad the way that they ended it, because you don't really need words. Just look, the way that they are together, and the way that they are just acting up each other without any words, I thought was amazing, and it was perfect, because I don't think any amount of dialogue would have made any of the fans happy. No matter what they said to each other, people would have been talking about, oh, well, Santana should have said this, or Brittany should have said this. So I thought the fact that Santana was the last one that Brittany hugged meant a lot. It meant that she was the most important person. I mean, think about it. She broke up with Sam because she said she missed her sweet lady kisses. And then Santana comes running from New York to go and figure out what's going on. Goes to Fondue for Two, figures out what's going on with Brittany, and then Brittany does her whole goodbye in the show circle before they go on stage. And then I thought it was super poignant when Brittany's just sitting on stage after they win, and then Santana walks up to her and then, helps her up, and then they just walk off the stage together. So you can use your little Brittana imagination to figure out what happened. So I thought that them not using words and them not actually speaking to each other for a goodbye was so much better. It spoke volumes to me. I guess I'm launching into my little thing of Glee recap without realizing it. I do remember the performances. I actually thought that Jessica Sanchez and the Hoosier Daddies did better than Glee class than the New Directions. But of course, New Directions is going to win. That's how it goes. So obviously the Hoosier Daddies have taken over, I believe, from the Warblers to be their competition. So I'm sure that we will see more of them. If they could, they're going to have to somehow continue the kids in line, but this is just how it goes. I kind of wish that they would just spin off the New York kids like they had initially planned on doing it after they graduated all of them, but, I think that ship has sailed on that idea, even though I think that idea would make it more popular again. But, there's just too many characters to try to go between New York and Lima, honestly. So, but it is what it is. You can't really change the format. That's what they want to do. That's what they're going to do. But at least we get Glee for 2 more seasons. I don't really quite know how everybody's feeling about that. The reason for that is that it takes so long to negotiate. Instead of going season per season, we have pretty much an ending in sight. I really don't foresee Glee continuing past 6 seasons. I think even 5 seasons is a stretch. They could have. I think the only reason why I see them doing season 5 is to tidy up the ends with all the seniors in McKinley, and then at that point, all of them would have graduated. So that leads us up to season 6. So then we could see, the rest of them: Sam, Blaine, Tina, Artie, where they end up going, and then we could see Rachel. She's probably going to be on Broadway as Funny Girl, and maybe Kurt will go back to, Vogue, see Santana, figuring her life out in the city, seeing Artie in film school, maybe seeing Quinn on occasion, and Brittany on occasion, because they're all on the East Coast now. So I don't really know what they're who knows. I heard people have been trying to figure out spoilers and stuff, but pretty much everybody's on vacation right now. So the writers are probably just starting to get back into the writer's room to figure out the plan for the rest of the season. So hopefully we'll hear more and more things to the grapevine as we approach the supposed August season premiere. So on other notes, let's see. What have the cast been up to since then, or what's going on? Well, Leah and Corey have been traveling, which is cool. I'm glad that Corey, got the help that he needed, and Leah was there to support him. And apparently, right after he got out of rehab, they went all over to Vancouver and Mexico. Pretty much right when they wrapped up the season finale, Corey got out of rehab. And I thought that it was bittersweet, honestly, that he wasn't even mentioned, and that the fact that they won. He helped them win, and he just wasn't there. So as much as I really will always dislike Finn for outing Santana, he did a great job coaching them, and it was sad that no one even recognized that. They could have said something like Finn was busy with college, or, whatever. They could have made up some excuse, even just to say one line about him. I thought that was rude, and, Mr. Shu just took it all yet. Oh, the supposed, yay, great teacher, which he really isn't. Finn did a great job with the kids this year. Let's see, Dianna Agron has a new movie coming out. It's called The Family. It was initially called Ma La Vita, which I think was a better title. But anyway, you can look up the trailer probably on YouTube. It looks fucking amazing. I cannot wait to see Dianna Agron on the huge big screen. She's actually one of the cast members who's been in a couple movies prior to being on Glee, and even through Glee got I Am Number 4. She was in what was that movie? The one with Christina Aguilera and Cher. I can't remember the title, but she was in that. She's super talented. All the kids are talented. Leah did do New Year's Eve, and then Santana/Naya. It has a movie coming out as well. I believe in the fall, or maybe they pushed it to next year. I think it's like a horror thriller kind of a movie or something. And then, of course, Heather did Spring Breakers with Ashley. And she also did the voice on Ice Age. So they're all starting to branch out and do things that they've gotten through Glee, which is cool. Heather's been kind of laying low. There have been some pictures of her walking her dog in a dog park, and she looks adorable with the baby bump getting bigger and bigger. So hopefully the pregnancy is going well with her. I still can't believe she's pregnant, but it's easy to just assume that they're still they're the age that they're playing, like 18, which is possible. She could get pregnant at 18, but she's actually 26. So it's just crazy what hair and makeup and can make you do. Plus, Heather doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup, so there was a little video of her with a friend over at a beach playing with their dogs, like a dog beach, I guess is what it's called. Naya's been pretty busy this hiatus. She's been traveling a lot. She's been going out to more things with her boyfriend, rapper Big Sean, and they look super cute together, and they just look really happy, and it's great to see Naya happy, because I feel like when she was with Matt Hodgson, the writer for Glee, she never really confirmed that they were dating. She just would, he would be at her with all these events, but she wouldn't bring him around. She wouldn't introduce him as her boyfriend. So I think the fact that she introduced Big Sean as her boyfriend at a movie premiere, no less, it was for, I believe, 47, the movie about Jackie Robinson, was their first public appearance together, and it's the first time anybody even knew that they were dating. There were rumors that they were dating because she attended his birthday party, and they looked really cute, and they took a lot of pictures, but, I mean, he could have just been a friend. So this event happened, I think, a month-ish later. So since then they've been together. They went to Hawaii together, pretty much right after the premiere the finale wrapped, during the upfronts, like I said, so that's why she wasn't there. And then, they've just been super cute. They've been posting on each other's, Twitter account. They went to the Much Music Video Awards in Canada, where Naya presented, and she ran into Shay Mitchell, which was awesome. There was a great picture on Instagram about that. They've just been really happy. So I think it's great to see Naya so open and happy and everything. There is news on her single, on her music. Apparently, I think it was John Locke, I believe, tweeted that he has no control over when the music gets released, because I guess people have been harassing him since he's been helping Naya on her music. But apparently there is a press release or some sort of official thing from Sony Music saying that they will actually be releasing her single soon. Naya was asked about her music during the red carpet of the award show, and she said she has no idea what's happening. She just isn't actively in the studio creating music. Lee has also been in the studio creating music, so that's exciting too. I did watch back some of the performances from, is it Regionals? Regional. And I mean, I'm liking Rachel more and more. I think part of it is the fact that I'm writing about her in my fan fiction, so I've had to get in her headspace a little bit in a way that I never had before. But Leah is an undeniable talent. I watched her sing To Love You More by Celine Dion again for her callback, and she just, oh God, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Amazing isn't a good enough word to even describe the way that she sings and the talent that she has, the God-given talent that she has. So that's pretty much it for all our girls, the girls I care about at least. So what I've been doing to keep busy this summer is I've been working on my fan fiction. So there's this one epic story I've been working on. I'm going to plug it right here before I go. Hopefully some of you have been reading it. It's been a lot. It's been you know, I get these ideas and I'm writing them down. So I'm going to blow my nose. I know this is really rude. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. I'm having like some kind of like summer cold of some sort. So let me tell you a brief synopsis of this fan fiction that I'm writing, and hopefully you'll decide to check it out. If you don't, that's cool too. I'm glad that I have anybody watching these videos for that matter. So I'm trying to do this whole kind of, I'm calling it Brittana. Is that how you say it? So it includes Faeberry and Brittana matched together. So they're the central characters in my story. So my story is called The One That Got Away. It's based on probably my favorite Katy Perry song of the same name. And so hopefully that'll give you an idea of where the story is heading. So it involves they're the main characters, but it involves pretty much all of New Directions. They're like kind of the supporting cast. So my theory on this fan fiction is that it's set way in the future, probably about, I'd say 20 years from at this point. They're like in their late 30s, and it's set in New York. And I think that's all I'm going to tell you because I want you to read it and see what you think. The first quote unquote chapter sets up the rest of the story. So I have it planned out pretty much. It's just a matter of writing the content in it. So I'm doing that right now. I tend to find a lot of inspiration from specific songs. So I suggest that you, as you're reading what I've written, that you listen to the songs that I've been inspired by for each chapter. So I'm actually going to be posting probably 2 chapters today because I get inspiration in bursts, and then I work on these chapters incessantly, and then I finally get fed up and just post them, so there's probably tons of errors because I don't have anybody as a beta, so I even find errors after I post it and get annoyed with myself, but I just want to put it out in the universe. So it's already towards the end of June, amazingly. So we'll see how far I get in writing this for this summer. I have, a good plan, hopefully, in the next couple chapters. But I tend to write pretty long chapters because I feel like, I have a lot to say. And it's in the point of each chapter is in the point of view of one of them. If it's either going to be Quinn, Rachel, Brittany, or Santana. That isn't as clear in the beginning as I progress on in the further chapters because I got to hear their voice more clearly. I'm loving doing this. It's like an alternative universe for me. Like I'm going in canon when I'm flashing back to McKinley in their high school, but for the rest of it, I've pretty much made it all up. And so I hope people were getting on me because they didn't feel that it was really Brittana or strictly Fabian or strictly Brittana. And I said, you know what? Like that wasn't the point of this fiction. And I appreciate any constructive criticism. People haven't commented on that since the beginning, and I figured if you're gonna read it, you're gonna read it. If you're not, if you read the first 2 chapters or so and really don't like it, then you don't have to read it, and that's fine. I find it as a great outlet to get all this creative stuff I have running around in my head, and so since it's an exciting story for me, this is something that's completely new to me, and also writing for Faeberry is like a whole new experience. I started one other fan fiction on it. I have a lot of people who are interested in it, but this one is kind of all-consuming right now, so all my other fan fictions are on hold. So I've been rambling a lot about myself, so I hope that you decide to read my fan fiction, and if you don't read my fan fiction, you just read other people's fan fiction to help you get through the hiatus of missing Glee. The other thing you could do, is like I've been doing, is watching old episodes. Like last night, I just rewatched the Brittana parts in Sexy, which was way back in season 2, if you could believe that. And it made me miss Glee first, and it made me miss the quality that Glee used to be, because Brad Falchuk wrote that episode and Ryan Murphy directed it, and it was just, I might just have to go back and rewatch the whole season, even season 3, maybe. So this video ended up being a lot longer, as usually, as I anticipated. I will hopefully come back to you with a new video probably mid-August when I find out any new spoilers that are happening with the new season. So until then, everyone, have a wonderful summer, wear some sunscreen, get to the beach, and have fun. Alright. Peace out, homies. Take care. Bye.